Hi everyone, and I am back for another quick video with you guys. This is actually gonna be a really quick video, hopefully, because I just had a couple of things I wanted to discuss with y'all. So I know a lot of us have been watching the news, and I know a lot of people have been super concerned about everything that's going on, and everybody has their theories and all that sort of thing. I'm not really gonna get into any of that. We're just gonna talk about cleaning today, because I feel like cleaning is something we should do regardless of what's happening in the news and that sort of thing. I just feel like we should probably all be cleaning anyway. And it's the perfect time of year because it's spring and I love spring cleaning. I don't know why, but I do. I like to get everything nice and cleaned as much as possible in a house with 5 animals. Yes, I said 5 animals, and I'm not including children, but fur babies. I know it's a lot, but whatever. I love my fur babies. So we have the triplets, and they are Lupin, Molly, and Ginny, and they were all litter mates, so that's how they're triplets, because they're actually from the same litter, and they love each other tremendously, and those are my kitties. And then we have our 2 dogs. We call them the big girls. We have Sadie Sue, who's about 12, almost 13. She'll be like 13 in October. And then we have Lady Grace, and she's, I think, 7. So Sadie is an Australian Shepherd Blue Heeler mix, and then we have Lady Grace, and she's a pocket pit. And if you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, you've probably seen tons of pictures of my fur babies because they're always doing something adorable. And yeah, so clearly I have a lot of pictures of them. But today, like I said, we're gonna talk about cleaning. And the reason why I bring up cleaning is because there's been a lot of stuff in the news, and I know a lot of people are going crazy, and people were buying up like the Cloroxes, the Lysols, and all that kind of jazz. And we don't use those in our home because they're terrible for the environment, they're terrible for your lungs, and they're absolutely horrible for your fur babies. Yeah, so they're not a good thing. First of all, there's a lot of bacteria in the world that we actually need and is actually necessary for our bodies, and they're okay. Not every bacteria is a bad bacteria, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. You can Google it if it makes you feel better. Whatever, Google everything. But what we use in our home is we use this, and this is, if I get to focus, it's Thieves Cleaner, and it's from Young Living. And I absolutely love this cleaner, because one bottle will make a ton of spray bottles of cleaner, and we use this for everything. I use it for, actually I just refilled this one, and the little silicone sleeve is water in it. But anyway, I use it for everything. I use it on my stovetop, I use it on my countertops, I use it in the bathroom, I use it when I dust my furniture. I use it for everything. I can also use the Thieves Cleaner and make furniture polish. I can make something similar to like a soft scrub with it. I can also make something like, sorry, lady's scratching, because she does everything funny when I'm recording videos. Yeah. But I also use this with baking soda and some citric acid, and it makes a scrubbing amazingness for like using the shower and that sort of thing. One of these with some Thieves Cleaner, a little citric acid, and some baking soda, and yeah, it's tremendous. Stuff works so good. I get my brushes and my spray bottles like this. You can get these off Amazon too. They just don't typically come with a little sleeve, and they're about the same price anyway. And Grove often has like little deals and promotions and stuff, and so I've gotten several of these actually for free. But anyway, so these ones I get from Grove Collaborative, and that's where I get all of my, they call them cleaning accessories. I don't know why, but that's what they call them. And so that's where I get my scrub brushes, my bubble up brush, my bottle brush. The stuff I use in my kitchen mostly all comes from Grove. I also get microfiber cloths from them. Their microfiber cloths are legit. They're so awesome. And I'll actually put a link down below if you want to try out Grove. I don't use their cleaners or anything like that anymore because they all have fragrance. And one of the things that I learned about fragrance that completely shocked the bejesus out of me was from a Netflix documentary called Stink. And if you haven't seen that documentary, I highly recommend it because it was eye-opening, and I was, as the kids say nowadays, I was shook. Yeah, it's gross. what they can get away with and call it fragrance. Ew. So I don't use those kind of cleaners anymore. I just use my Thieves, and then just stuff that you normally have in your house anyway. Like seriously, like if you've ever made cookies, you probably have baking soda. If you have a refrigerator, you probably have baking soda, because most of us use baking soda in our refrigerators to get away the funk. So yeah, so that's something that's totally easy to do. The other thing I use is we use the Thieves dish soap. This stuff, like the cleaner, is super concentrated, so I actually split off about half of this and I put in, I want to say like a teaspoon maybe of baking soda in a pump, another glass pump bottle from Grove, and I put that in there, and then I fill it up with just some water the rest of the way, and I pump it out, and it works amazing. The difference between the Young Living, the Thieves dish soap, and like a regular dish soap though, is because this is all plant-based. So you're not going to get the weird chemically induced hyperactive bubbles like you would see with a chemical cleaner, because the surfactants are different. And the surfactants in this is derived from plants like coconut and that sort of thing. So there will be some bubbling action. Adding a little baking soda helps with that, but you're not going to get the crazy like bubbles like you would get from something that was full of chemicals and artificial surfactants, in case you didn't know what that was. We also use the Thieves hand soap. This is a foaming hand soap. And we also have the refills. Again, the refills are super concentrated, so obviously it would just be to refill these. They do come with a pump. I left the pump in the other room. I'm not going to bother to get it, but if you've ever seen a foaming soap bubble pump, you know exactly what it looks like. It looks just like, well, the pump. So this is the foaming hand soap, and I love this stuff. It smells so good. That's the other thing about Thieves Cleaner and like the dish soap and stuff, is that they all smell so good. They really do. In my spray bottles, depending on, this is my universal bottle actually, and I just put a little Citrus Fresh in here, and so that's this. And I just put a few drops. I think there's like 5. I might have put 6 because I can't count. In here with this, and just a little shake, spray it. It smells so good, and it reminds me of clean, and it reminds me of my grandma's house, which is never a bad thing. The other oils that I use, like if I make my own furniture polish with some beeswax, I can use a little Thieves Cleaner, and then I'll use a little cedarwood. And that, also Thieves Cleaner. This is also amazing at that time of year where you might need a little extra support. And in your diffuser, this is amazing. It's also incredible for cleaning, and it smells really good. It smells like Christmas to me. And it's the clove and the cinnamon that you smell initially, and then there's like a little bit of eucalyptus. It's delicious. Just have to take a word for it. One that I don't use a whole lot for cleaning, we do use lavender a lot for like laundry, like on the dryer balls and that sort of thing. And I'll add a little lavender to the laundry soap when I dilute it, and because the laundry soap's also extremely concentrated, so when I split that, I'll add a little bit of lavender to that. Anyway, we use it like on dryer balls and that sort of thing, and also for skin support, but I don't use it typically a lot for cleaning because we have tarantulas. And anyone that knows anything about arachnids is that lavender is a natural repellent and it bothers them. And so since no, that made no sense. English is difficult. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So I don't use a lot of lavender for cleaning, or we will diffuse it in our bedroom, but not typically around the whole house because we have the tarantulas and they don't like it. But the cats like it. So there's that. If you have areas of your home that are maybe a little stinkier than you would like say like in the bathroom, if you're going to clean your toilet or that sort of thing, we have purification. You can add that to the baking soda and the citric acid, kind of mix them all together, make a little paste, put that in the toilet. Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. It's clean. And then lemon. We use a lot of lemon. And this is actually the lemon Vitality. It's one I grabbed. But we do have like a big bottle of lemon also. But the lemon Vitality is awesome for cooking, adding to your water. I use it for all kinds of stuff. Put it in your tea. It's amazeballs. A little bit goes a long way. Need I say more? But You can use this also for cleaning and for getting off like sticky residues off of things, like if you buy new dishes or whatever, or you buy something that has like a little sticker on it, you just get that off there. Works great. The Citrus Fresh has the different citrus in it. It has lemon, lime, I think it has grapefruit, orange, and then a little bit of spearmint. So it has a little bit of everything in it, and that's why I love it in the spray cleaner. Works awesome on mirrors, on glass. It's streak free. It's amazing. So if you have any questions, please leave them down below. If you like what I'm doing or what I'm trying to do in my crazy, wacky way, please hit the subscribe button down below and hit the notifications bell if you want to be notified whenever I do another wacky video. Yeah. So, also what I'm going to say real quick, one of the nice things about the Thieves Cleaner is that my cats and the dogs love it, and when I clean with it, I know that even when I'm mopping my floors or spraying it, I don't have to worry about them getting into it or bothering them in any way, and I love that personally. That just kind of makes me happy that I can do the things I need to do and not kill off my babies, because that's terrible and I don't like that. So like I said, any questions, leave them down below. I'll go ahead and put links down in the description for y'all, and y'all have an amazing day, and thanks so much for stopping by and listening to me ramble on. So stay oily, friends.